Alright everyone, I'm here to give you my WWE NXT review for November 13th, 2014. And we get Alex Riley, Rich Brennan, and Jason Albert on commentary. And it kicks off with Finn Balor, or Prince Devitt. I haven't seen a lot of this guy, so I don't really know what he's like. So it was a nice introduction for me because I haven't seen a lot of him because I don't get any independent wrestling here. I don't know if you just don't get it if you have Comcast or if you live in Massachusetts. So kind of how it is. Um, I can't even get most independent wrestling promotions. That pisses me off. Um, but it's we get that match. Well, he comes out and says that his name's Finn Balor and he's here to be the next. He's here to be the future of NXT. And then before he can really say anything else, Tyson Kidd comes out with Natalia, and he says, no, nobody really cares who you are, and he talks about how he grew up with the Holt family, and he said that you don't get anything. Uh, out of this, the first rule you need to know about this company is respect. And he says that Finn Balor doesn't have any respect, and thought that was some good stuff. And then Justin Gabriel comes out, and he says that he agrees with Tyson Kidd pretty much, and says that all the young guys should have to go through them since they've paved the way pretty much. And then they're both gonna jump Finn Balor, and then Hideo Itami comes out and makes the save. And I thought it was some good stuff. And then it gets turned into a tag team match between Finn Balor and Hideo Itami versus Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel with Natalia ringside. And I thought it was actually a really good tag team match. Finn Balor hit a sick drop kick on Justin Gabriel, and then he hit a sick flip on the floor onto, I believe it was Tyson Kidd. Then eventually he gets distracted by Gabriel, and Tyson Kidd hits a swing and neck breaker on the floor on him, and Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel dominate Finn Balor for a while. They hit a double kick on him, Justin Gabriel kicking him in the chest, and Tyson Kidd kicking him in the back. And then Hideo Itami got the hot tag and went off on him, and Finn Balor got tagged back in the match, and he wins when he hits the foot stomp off the top rope onto Justin Gabriel. And I thought it was some good stuff. I think they're still going to feud with the Ascension. It's just not going to really happen right now. And another move they hit is they hit those drop kicks that they hit in the corner on them like they did to the Ascension last week. The Ascension consists of Connor and Victor, by the way. So I thought this was a good start to the show. And then it showed us a match that Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn had a year ago. It was like on November 23rd, 2013. And that Adrian Neville won, and it was to become the new number one contender to the NXT Championship that Bo Dallas was holding at the time. So then we got the next match, and then I think Sami Zayn got interviewed, but I'm not really too sure about that. Yeah, and he says that Adrian Neville's been a great champion, but he feels like this road to redemption isn't just a catchphrase. That he feels like that this really is his road to redemption. He can finally become, and after these wins, he can finally become the new NXT champion. And then we got Sasha Banks with Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss has that Tinkerbell character. I think it's okay. It was a fine match. Sasha Banks wins with her submission move. I always hear the name and I always forget the name. And then afterwards, she cuts a promo on Charlotte and says that she will be the next NXT Women's Champion. And yeah, that's kind of how it was. Says that she's like the most boss diva ever. Then Adrian Neville gets interviewed and he says he's looking forward to his match with Sami Zayn, and that but the only problem is that Sami Zayn can't win the big one, and I always win the big one. So I thought that was some good stuff. And then we got the Lucha Dragons, which consist of Sin Cara and Kalisto, and they went up against Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake, and This was actually a good tag team match. I got into this because I always get into this Lucha Dragons tag team matches. They're sick. And one thing I liked is when I think it was Buddy Murphy who tried to go for a some sort of power bomb, and Kalisto counted into a sunset flip and tagged in Sin Cara, and he went off on them, and he tried to roll him, and Kalisto dives on Wesley Blake, and I believe it was, and Sin Cara acts like he's going to roll him up, and then he lifts up Buddy Murphy for a power bomb, and then hits a swanton bomb on him for the win, so I thought that was some good stuff. So then the Vaudevillains, which consist of Aiden English and Simon Gosh, are backstage, and they're the #1 contenders to the Lucha Dragons NXT Tag Team Championships. So they say that since we're the #1 contenders, we're gonna take the Tag Team Championships from you kids, and we're gonna put it on the Wheelmen. And Simon Gosh says to shine that gold and spray some oil on that leather because we're coming for your belts. So I thought that was some good stuff. It was awesome. Then Adrian Neville defended his NXT Championship against Sami Zayn. This was a sick match. Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville like lifting him up, and Sami Zayn countered that into a drop kick, and he acted like he was going to dive on him, and he didn't, and he like flipped off the ropes and then went back, so that was awesome. And then Sami Zayn hold the ropes so that way Adrian Neville could come in, try to help him in, and Adrian Neville knew he was going to be attacked, so he flipped over the ropes. I thought that was awesome. And then Sami Zayn does a dive on him, and Adrian Neville kind of dominates him for a little while, and then Sami Zayn makes a comeback. He does a flip over the top rope, and he goes for his crossbody that Adrian Neville countered, which it didn't look like he counted it, so it was unexpected, and then eventually he hit like a standing backflip on him. Adrian Neville hit a standing backflip on him. That was awesome. Adrian Neville went for a Hurricanrana, but Sami Zayn countered into a powerbomb, and Sami Zayn went for his exploder suplex into the corner, but Adrian Neville counted into a roll-up, and then he hit a kick to the head, and then went in for the Red Arrow, but Sami Zayn moved out of the way, and this hurt Adrian Neville's knee, so Sami Zayn couldn't put him away because the referee wouldn't let him. He had to check on his knee. The referee started doing this, calling for the EMTs, and Sami Zayn went to check on him, and Adrian Neville rolled him up for the win, so he retained his NXT Championship, and Adrian Neville was distraught, and it ends with the doctors checking on... Sami Zayn's distraught, and it ends on the doctors checking on Adrian Neville, so I thought that was some good stuff. That was NXT this week. It wasn't really a long video, but wasn't really long. A lot happened on the show, but it's only an hour show, so that's all I can really give you. But I thought this was a good show this week, and the one thing I'm actually wondering if Adrian Neville is actually got hurt. I wonder if he faked his injury, or if it was actually legit. But I don't think this is over yet. I actually was shocked that Adrian Neville retained. I was expecting Sami Zayn to finally get his moment. They finally had built him up. He was winning all these big matches against Tyson Kidd, Titus O'Neil, and Tyler Breeze, and then he loses here. I actually was expecting him to finally get the NXT title and finally get his moment, but it didn't happen. So I was surprised by that, and I actually thought it was a really good show. I liked the Finn Balor stuff with his promo and the tag team match. I liked the Lucha Dragons versus Wesley. I liked pretty much everything on the show. I didn't even mind the Divas match. So this was actually a really easy show to sit through this week. I definitely suggest you check it out. If you've never watched NXT, this will definitely make you a fan of NXT. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back to do another video sometime this weekend.